Welcome everyone to my channel, Alien Diamonds. Today I'm doing another WIP Chat. For those who don't know, WIP just stands for Work in Progress. So I'm going to be working on this. You can either watch or just listen as you work on your own project in the background, or listen in the background as you work on your own project. Yeah, this is the piece, the diamond painting that I'm currently working on. It is Warm Witch by Dolamore from Diamond Art Club. I'm on the very last section. I saved her face for last, because, I don't know, I feel like it's more fun that way. Yeah, I'll use the big tray. I said Warm Witch, Dolamore from Diamond Art Club. It's a 56 by 74 centimeter, a total of 52,337 drills and 40 colors. And like I said, this is the last section that I'm working on. I had it divided into 48 sections. This diamond painting has gone so much faster than I expected it to. I know that in my February month in review video, I mentioned that I would not be trying to complete any large diamond paintings within a single month again, just because even though I did successfully do it with my 80,000 something one, it was kind of became a slog. But I was not trying to complete this month. Like, I started it thinking, you know, I'd work on it alongside my other pieces and maybe get it done next month. But it's just gone so much faster than I could have ever expected. And I noticed that too with the other, like, full canvas Diamond Art Club kit that I did at the start of this month. And I think it's just because Diamond Art Club does hand renders all of their things compared to all the Amazon kits that I've done in the past that, are just presumably all computer charted and just have way more confetti. That's my guess as to why this one has gone so much faster. I will get to specific stats in this month's month in review video, which I should be posting. I mean, I plan to post next week, obviously when the month is actually over. Who'd have thunk? But yeah, just obviously, like, this is going to be part of the month in review because this is my last section. But the other thing with this kit, I mentioned in my last month in review and in some of my other videos that with the mini dazzles that I've been doing, I've been having some sort of allergic reaction anytime I work on them. And so I started wearing gloves when working on them, which seemed to solve it. But I have not been wearing gloves when working on this one, and I haven't had any issues with this one. So I don't know what's different there. But because I've still been, like, I've tried working on the mini dazzles without gloves, and then I get rashes all up my arms. So I don't know if it's just because I really don't know. I really don't know what the difference would be. I mean, the only obvious difference is that this is rounds, but I don't, like, everything should still be made of the same material. They're still resin drills. Like, their canvas is still the same. They're still going to be using the same glue. So I really don't know what's up with that, but I'm hoping that this means that come next month, when I get my birthday present, which is plant delivery by Yume Arts, that I won't have a reaction to that one either. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that's just interesting. I lost a drill. I think I mentioned in my last WIP Chat that we're going camping with our roommates next month. So I've been sort of mentally prepping for that. I haven't done any like actual packing for it yet because it's still 2 weeks away. But just kind of like going through the checklist in my mind, trying like digging through like our like storage stuff to make sure we have all of the camping gear and like I know where everything is. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous about going. I am feeling very anxious about going with a bunch of people that I don't know. I mean, I know some of the people who will be there. Obviously, I know our roommates. I know my wife's aunt, and my wife's cousins. But I know there's going to be other extended family present as well. Somewhere between like 20 and 30 people, which is, for my little introverted self, that I'm nervous. I don't know. It does sound a little exhausting, but also I love camping. So, and like camping, like according to our roommates, normally everybody else just takes out the like the four-wheelers and ATVs and stuff and is gone all day, so we might just have the whole campsite to ourselves. I did buy, I mentioned this in my last video too, that and I did go ahead and do it. I bought some diamond painting keychains that were camping themed because I am going to try to convince my wife's aunt to diamond paint with me and our roommate while we're there. And so there's like little camper trailers, there's some fires, these are not camping related, but there's like airline tickets. They're still traveler related. There's like a map, there's like a Polaroid looking one. One of them is broken though. I opened up the package. One of them has like, it's like, it has a moon on it and like or is it a moon? No, palm trees. It's palm trees. And one of the palm tree leaves is snapped off. So I'm probably just not going to worry about it. I don't care. I don't care about that image anyway. These are not diamond paintings that I am going to put like log as diamond paintings. Like I got these specifically for other people to potentially work on. I mean, there's like 2 of them that I want to keep for myself that I'll do while there. But the rest of them, obviously, whoever does them, I'm gonna let them keep them. That's also why I got keychains, because I figure, you know, a keychain is something someone can actually like use, as opposed to like stickers. Or I mean, obviously you can use stickers, but that's like a little bit less. I don't even know. It's just keychains make the most sense for me. I'm still debating on if I want to, because I found 2 sets of camping themed keychains on Amazon, and I'm debating. I bought one of them. I'm debating on if I want to actually go ahead and get the other set too. The only thing I'd be worried about is if I kit them both up and take both of them, then like if somebody comes by and like wants to work on one of them and I'm not paying attention, like they might end up trying to use the wrong drills because they might not realize that there's 2 different sets that will have obviously different like symbols for the different colors. So that's my only why I'm kind of reluctant to buy another kit, another set. And also like 20 seems like I don't expect that people, like I'm getting them for people to try. I do not expect them to fall in love and do a bunch of them. Like, I don't know. Though that also, I'm not sure even with the ones that I have what I'm going to kit them up into. Because I was going to use, you know, I was thinking I would use one of the, like, 28, like, the ones that are, like, 4 stuck together, and there's 28 in total containers. But all of those that I have, which I only have 2 of those things, are being used right now for the magnets that my wife is doing, and then a mini dazzles that I'm only working on when watching TV with my wife. And so far, I missed a black already. So far, I've only done one of those mini dazzles of the 6, and I've had them for like 2 weeks already. So unless, like, I don't imagine that we will, because my wife's been super busy, and has had a ton of overtime at work, and so we just haven't had time to, like, sit down and watch TV and diamond paint. But yeah, I don't imagine that we will somehow find more time between now and when we leave for camping. So because I want to only work on those specific mini dazzles when I'm diamond painting with her, like, those aren't going to be done by the time we go camping. And obviously hers won't be done. So unless I buy another set of, like, more of that type of container, like, I'm just not going to have any. But that really is the most convenient way to take, like, I feel like that's the most convenient way to package or to kit up something with, you know, only 20 colors, like the keychains. So I'm a little, I might just kit them up in bags, honestly. Like, I have plenty of bags. But that just, I don't know. I will figure something out. I have been wanting or considering buying more of those types of containers anyway. Not for kitting up necessarily, though I could use it for kitting this specific thing up, but for long-term storage of, like, my the fairy dusts spares that I'm getting from the mini dazzles, because all of my spares I store in Tic Tac containers, and I have storage for those specifically for my spares, but it seems like kind of a waste for the spare fairy dust from the mini dazzles, because there's always so few left over that I'm like, am I really gonna put, you know, 100 drills in, or sometimes even less than that, and waste a whole Tic Tac container for such a small amount? Whereas obviously with those smaller containers, like, it seems like less of a waste of space to me. The only problem with those ones, because they're all stuck together in the groups of 4, like, I'd just have to be fine with the fact that they wouldn't be in DMC order, which I don't know if I can be fine with that. The other thing I've considered is buying, like, the mini paint pots, which those do come stuck together, but you can easily cut them apart. And I'm not sure exactly how many drills those would hold, but I assume it would, you know, they look like they would hold less than the smaller Tic Tac containers, and they're cheaper than those. So, I don't know. I'll figure something out in the next 2 weeks, I'm sure. But I was gonna say I am excited to go camping, and, like, I have very mixed feelings, as already discussed. I've been getting anxious about it. So I don't know. Like, I don't want to jinx myself and, like, make myself overly anxious about it to the point where, like, because I think it's gonna go bad, it ends up going bad. But I'm not gonna lie, struggling there. But currently, I'm still planning to try. I'm still planning to try to go. It's just, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do once I finish this in, half an hour. Because right now my only other work in progress is my custom epic diamond paintings. And I only have 2 of those left. Only Vengeance and Ithaca. And I was planning on doing Vengeance tonight. And then Ithaca either tomorrow or the next day. But that means that I wouldn't have any whips. And obviously I can start a new whip. I have more diamond paintings in my stash. I don't know if I want to I'm weird where like I don't want to start a project that I won't be able to finish this month. And sure, I guess I could, and I guess, okay, actually one of my smaller diamond paintings, one of my like 30 by 40s, normally those take me around a week to do, but that's when I'm working on them alongside other projects. So I do have a 30 by 40 that I need to do. That if it's my only whip, then I think I should be able to finish it by the end of the month. Yeah, I don't want to start something that I won't be able to finish. I also could almost certainly, if I decided to just work on the mini dazzles and not worry about trying to work on them with my wife and just wait till I get more mini dazzles to work on with her later, like I could definitely finish the mini dazzles this month. And that would count towards my total projects this month. But I'm not sure on that one. But I don't have much more time to decide because I'm almost done with this. So though talking it out loud, I do think that I will try to do my 30 by 40 that I have. It's one that came in a set. I already finished the other 2 from that set, so it's the last one in that set. And once I finish that one, then I can hang them all on the wall. And like, I already have that one kitted up. So that one's probably the most logical to do. I don't know if I'm excited to do it. One thing I am excited for is that our roommate finally put in her 2 weeks for her job. She's been talking about turning in her 2 weeks for this job since they first moved in, like 6 months ago. And like I totally get that, like putting in a 2 weeks for a job, even like no matter how crappy the job is, it's still like a little, it's still like you're losing a source of income. And she doesn't, at least currently, she doesn't plan to go looking for a new job. Because she was just gonna switch to being a stay-at-home parent. So, but the point is that her last day is early next month, and so I'll actually have an adult human to talk to while I'm home all day, which will be nice. And then we should presumably be able to get more diamond painting done. Because like right now, her work has been kind of screwing her over with her schedule. So like by the time she gets home, like she has no energy left to do anything. So we haven't been diamond painting together a whole lot. But obviously once she leaves, like we'll have time. And she's almost done with the diamond painting she's been working on right now. And then she bought a set of 4 from Amazon that's like for the 4 different seasons that I think that's the one she wants to start next. The spring one specifically, because she plans to work on them within the season that they're actually for, which Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it'll be nice to have someone other than a 2-year-old to talk to during the day. Because let me tell you, as entertaining and amusing as 2-year-olds are, it's not the same as talking to an adult. Which I'm sure I don't need to tell you. I'm sure most people could figure that out by themselves. But that is something I am looking forward to. The only other thing I think I have to talk about today is how our D&D campaign has been going, because I haven't talked about that for a few weeks. I think that the last time I talked about it was when we had first gotten to the big city ship island place. And I think I mentioned that we hired a chauffeur to show us around. But when we first got there, essentially our ship needed not a bunch of upgrades, but we were upgrading our ship and then having our ship teleported somewhere else, which was going to take 30 days. How many 8s and 9s? I do have 8s. So we knew that we were stuck there for 30 days. And we started off by we found the chauffeur guy. We hired the chauffeur. And then we started off by just, like the first few days we just kind of looked around, we explored. And then we ended up joining this, there was like a almost gladiator type arena, except instead of fighting against other people, it was fighting against monsters. So we decided to go and like try our hands at that, see if we could make some money that way. And it was split into like 7 different waves of monsters, I guess. So one session we got through the first 3 waves, and we're like partially through the 4th wave. So almost exactly half done with it the first session. And the DM had let us know that the arena fights would be relatively easy compared to some of the other fights we'd done. But the hardest thing about the arena is that just like the sheer number of monsters that we had coming at us, because like each additional wave was coming before we were finished with the previous wave. So we did before starting the fight, because there's betting on the fight, we gave our chauffeur, how much gold did we give him? I think 2,000 gold to bet for us. Some of that was from the party funds, and then some of it was like each of us putting in some of our own money specifically. So we did give him that to bet on us to try to earn even more money on top of just the winnings from fighting in general. And so yeah, we got through the first 3 pretty easily, and then got halfway through the 4th wave, and then we ended that night. But then the following week we finished the 4th wave. I think it was during the 5th wave that we had our first death, because essentially the way the arena was set up is that we had 3 lives, if that makes sense. And so I know I saw Ace. So I believe it was at the 5th wave that our druid died. I mean, pseudo died. She was revived and brought back. But it was all good. And then our druid died again during the last wave. But yeah, that we did win. And our chauffeur was actually very impressed because nobody had ever even gotten as far as the 7th level. Obviously, we're like a trained group. Like, within the context of the story, it makes sense that we would be able to get farther than any of the other people who had tried this arena before. But yeah, we got past all 7. We made, like, I want to say that we made like 18,000 gold back. Some of that from just the arena, and then a lot of that from the betting that our chauffeur had done. But he did end up at that point telling us his name and like agreeing to join the party officially once we got our ship back. So that was exciting because, you know, that's an extra NPC to load cannons for us when we get our ship back. But yeah, so we beat the arena, kind of celebrated that day. Went and bought a 15,000 gold saxophone, magic saxophone for our bard, and now he is 15,000 gold in debt to the party. Are there any E's? Any E's? No E's. But apparently it'll be worth it. I don't know. I was apparently the magic effects of this saxophone are worth that much gold. So despite having earned a bunch of money, we don't have that much money right now. But whatever. After that, after shopping, we ended up, our druid wanted to go and find some like people that she had connections with, see if she could find them in the city. And so we went down to like some of the lower levels of the city, and we found a giant hole, and we jumped in it because we're stupid. All of us are immune to fall damage because we have a specific artifact that makes us immune to fall damage. And so we all jumped in this like 5,000 foot deep hole. And our Remy, our chauffeur guy, did not want to come with us, but our druid, who was technically the one who paid him originally, even though now as like a part of the group as a whole, the group would have been paying him, whatever. She just tackled him into the hole. And so then we were stuck in a hole, and there's a long tunnel that our rogue decided to start going down. Because why not? Why not? It's fine. It's fine. Nobody wants to listen to what the captain has to say. Nobody cares that we should have not jumped in the hole. But we did. So we did. So we all started heading down this long tunnel. And, like, for hours. Until we were all exhausted. And I was like, you know, this place gives me the creeps. I'm gonna pray to my god, or god/prophet. But the like prophet of my god showed up, and I was like, look, I don't think we should be down here. Do you know anything about this? And he was I mean, long story short, he ended up giving my character a, well, because him and like the captain of the city ship that we were on are like, I guess, like best friends. And earlier in the camp, like when we had first gotten to this city, I had talked to him, as in my prophet guy, and he had said that because we'd been wanting to like try to talk to the captain, and so I was like, hey, can you help us like get like a meeting with the captain guy? And he was, anyways, at this point he was like, well, I see that you're stuck in a hole. Do you want to go talk to the captain right now? And we were like, yes. So then we were kind of teleported up to like where the captain was, and we talked to him, and the captain essentially tried to ask us to sell our souls to him, which 4 of our team of 6 did. Some of them only partially sold their souls. I don't know what that means. I don't know how you can partially sell your soul to someone. One of them just straight up sold his soul, which for that character, that makes sense. The others, I don't know what they're thinking. I did not sell my soul. I was like, no thanks. No thanks. But the other thing that we had wanted to talk to him about originally was just like confirming that he's an ally, he's on our side, and that when it comes time for us to fight the big baddie, he'll help us, which he did agree to. So that was great. And then we just kind of, at that point, we decided to just kind of skip over the last of the 30 days that we had. Just time skip past that because we didn't have a ton of else to do there. And we just wanted to get our ship back, honestly. But I think that it's been over 30 minutes now, and I try to keep these videos under 30 minutes because I don't think the algorithm likes long videos, and I assume that they're probably kind of intimidating for someone who's never come across my channel before. Like, I wouldn't want to commit an hour of my life to someone that I have never watched, so I get it. But I guess that leaves us here. And then I'm going to finish this off camera. Sorry if that's disappointing to you. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye.